Rise and shine, you beautiful souls, rise to shine. If y'all hear any noise, I'm right next to the park, so kids just came out, and they ain't too loud, so I don't think y'all really gonna hear them. But just in case, that would be the noise. Earlier, I was out here trying to get this video done, and it was just way more chaos than this. Way more chaos. Um, I couldn't. It Man, the kids just for some reason was way louder than these kids right now. They was like super loud. So um, as I, you know, trying to get the video going, two young boys came over right under this pavilion where I was at, and they just was like, it didn't matter that I was trying to get the video done. they was like, they was like turned up. Like I don't know who put what in their cereal this morning, but they was live for real. So it's just funny how God works. So I go ahead and I shut it down. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's just not time to do the video yet. Before I get too far, let me show my gratitude to all my new subscribers. I truly appreciate y'all. Welcome to the channel. To my old subscribers, y'all already know how I feel about y'all. Thank you for all the motivation y'all give me, all the support y'all show. It truly helps me keep going, doing these videos, even when, I'm too nervous or whatever the case may be. I know it's somebody that could take something from these videos, so just thank y'all so much. But yeah, so I'm out here trying to get this video done earlier, and all that stuff was happening. Never underestimate the impact that you leave on people. So I wrap it up. I say, you know what? Let me give it a second. It was windy. It was super windy. I go ahead, go in the house, and rewind just a little bit. So as I'm trying to get going, I plug my microphone up. My microphone is about to die. Like the microphone lasted for probably like a good 40 seconds, if that. Like it was just I was just so I was so discombobulated. I was a lot of things. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, boom, run to the house, go ahead, plug it up. I had to make a store run. So as I make the store run, I run into a lady that I met um probably like a month and a half ago, something like that. And just being my genuine self. So today, and we run into each other multiple times. So today, I go run, make that store run as my microphone's charging, and I see her when I walk in there. Right, it's crazy how things work. I walk in there, and I see her, and I'm like, look at her face. Like, she is just straight face, no smile. Like, and she is just, it had me cracking up, right? Because she's usually bubbly. Like, she's a happy go lucky person. So, straight face, no smile. Go grab what I needed to grab. Boom. I head back. Go right to her line. So, as I'm waiting in the back of the line or whatever, she looks up. And when she looks up, she was like, hey, Fred, what you doing here? Now, this older lady, just like, what I'm saying, I'm 33. She about my age. So she's like, hey, Fred, oh my goodness, what you doing here? So I'm like, I'm just, doing my grocery shopping for Mom Dukes. I had to get her a couple things or whatever. She was like, okay. It's just so nice to see you. So I try not to talk to her so much because she worked the register. So I'm just, when we talk, the line stopped. It's just a sidetracker. So she and she's I'm not sure if she's married, but her and her boyfriend have kids and whatever the case may be. So it's all genuine, right? So but the point of the matter that I'm trying to get to is never underestimate the impact you leave on people. So I finally get up to into paying for my stuff. She's scanning my stuff, she paying for it, and she was just like, friend, you just don't know. Like, you make my day so much. When I'm not having a good day and I see you, it just changed. And I was just like, I'm shocked because at this point, I wasn't expecting it at all. You know, I'm still thinking about my video, trying to get that done, and like all the barriers that was in front of me trying to get this video done. So, it just changed my perspective of my whole day, and it lit me up for real. So she make a couple of jokes. You need to come work here, like this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I got a decent job for real. We pretty much make the same thing, but my job I got unlimited overtime, and what I'm saying, I get my 40 hours a week at the grocery store. You know how that go. They have so many employees that they chop y'all days up and do three. You get 3 days and stuff like that. So, but I say all that to you know get to the point of you just never know how God works. Um, that motivate me a whole lot more to do this video, to get out here and do this video, because with all the barriers that I was talking about, man, I just got a little discouraged, and I ain't even really want to come back out and try to do the video. But man, you see, I'm back lit like a flame. So yeah, peace, love, and light to the kings, queens, gods, and goddesses. So you see the title. Um, in this particular video, this is like my second or third video I had to take notes on because I think it's super important. Um, and if you made it this far, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the video if you would like. It would truly be appreciated. Making this video, I just been getting download after download, things to say and all that. Like I went over, I rehearsed the video a couple times. Well, I ain't rehearsed it. I just went over talking points in my head and stuff like that. And it was so much that I had to get out my book, and I just had to start writing for real. So if you see me look down a couple times, by the time I edit the video, I'm trying to make it as quick as possible. By the time I edit the video and all that good stuff, it shouldn't be that long. Hopefully you can stick around through the whole video. That would truly be appreciated. I'm like super close to the channel being monetized. So what, I'm about like 47 or 48 subscribers away from 1,000, which is like us. It's just mind blowing in itself. But and also I'm about like almost like 1,200 watch hours away from being monetized. So man, like 1,400 hours, something like that. So it's just, oh my goodness, you just never, man, God blessings just be coming out of everywhere. So, but getting into the video, without further ado, I ain't trying, like I said, I ain't trying to hold y'all too long. I'm already dang near 10 minutes and I ain't even getting into the video yet. So, being the black sheep of the family and how it holds, it it's a lot of weight on our shoulders. The things we have to go through, um, just wanting to be accepted and wanting to help people and stuff like that. It could be a lot. But the first point that I want to get to is that my life, of being a black sheep of my family has been, I would say, now getting to this point, my journey has gotten a whole lot easier. My family relationships is, starting to get a whole lot better. But at the beginning, I was the crazy person. And there's no other way to put that for real. It got to a point where I would start to speak on things and it would be like, oh man, here go Gio again. I can laugh about it now, but at the time when it was going on, I just wanted everybody to just listen to me. Like things about the government that's now happening. I was saying this when I was a young child. But I guess with us in our young minds, my family, they couldn't really grasp what I was saying, and it just was like foreign, I guess. I don't really know. But man, it was always like in little to no words. Here go this crazy person again. Yeah, so man, that was the crazy one. But I just seen everything so different. I was able to. It was like seeing the future. My mindset was just totally different from everybody, and it still is really. But I understand who I am now. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really nothing that it's not as crazy as was when, what I'm saying, growing up, and I'm just trying to figure out, why everybody acting like that? Like, I'm, I swear this stuff is going to start happening if, what I'm saying, people, you can't just look and see like what's finna happen later on down the line. It was just crazy how people was acting when I was younger, but yeah, that was me, man. And uh, now I'm thankful that I have a platform where I'm not the only one that think like this, for real. But no one wants the responsibility of being the black sheep. There's a lot that comes with being the black sheep of the family. You have a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of weight that has to be carried. Um, you are the one that was chosen to do things for be the first to do things for your family, like breaking generational curses. There are traumas in your family that you were chosen to break. Um, there are traumas in your family that plagued them for. Hey, what's going on, sir? Hey, how are you, man? There are traumas that plagued your family for a long time. So you were chosen to break those curses. And you definitely are strong enough to do it because just like the first point that I made your mindset is just totally different. And it's a battle each and every day. Um, you make yourself aware of the spiritual battle each and every day. So just like I think for my family was alcoholism. We are heavy drinkers and every day it's a fight to do the right thing, to stay away from that stuff. Um, I've seen what it done or what it do to to people that is pretty much alcoholics. And one, I don't want that to be me, and two, I don't want that to be none of my kids, and I definitely don't want it for nobody in my family. But you can't tell grown people what to do, so sometimes it is what it is. You gotta let people be who they or do what they want to do for real, and this is one of those things you can't save everybody. So you're a generational curse breaker. Um, You're one of one. The Most High didn't make anybody like you. That's why you were chosen for this particular assignment. Being a black sheep, now I truly see the reasoning for isolation. I, one, you need time to spend with the Most High. Being in environments where they pretty much uh, take away from who you are, it makes it way more difficult to be in a high vibration. It's been plenty of times where, because I already have to deal with people at work. There's been plenty of times where I come home and I have to deal with all these other energies, and it takes away from me getting on camera and talking about uh, important things that I think people should know about. But I get caught up, I get angry, and I don't want to do anything after that. Like, I'd rather just hop in the shower, go to sleep. Like, dealing with the people at the job is way easier than dealing with people in your family that you think that you that you would think they understand the things you're going through, but they don't because everybody be in their own little world. Another good thing, or another thing that I started to realize about isolation is that or not just even isolation, being in my own world, so to speak, having my own space, is that you'll tend to hold things back to spare people feelings. Things that should be said, you probably you won't say them just because you know they watching, or your family might watch the content, and you won't say it just to avoid any type of drama or whatever the case may be. But if you was in your own space by yourself, not caring, because you don't have to run into nobody, you would say things how they should have been said or how they should be said, and not care, because the more direct you are with your messages, people are able to relate and they'll get it. So that's another thing that I started to realize about isolation, just being by myself and having no filter for real. Like, it was a time where I didn't need to have no filter. I could say what I wanted to say, and you know what I'm saying. But once I had hit hard times, I had to move back home and then run into family more and more and more. I started to have a filter, and my videos started to be affected also. So another thing about being the black sheep is that God won't allow you to dwell in places for too long, and I'm living that right now. It stunts your growth. And I kind of go back to my last point about, you spare feelings and stuff like that. In the healing process, when you begin to speak your truth, it may hurt some feelings, but uh, being in one place too long, it takes away from who you truly are. Uh, as you healing yourself, you can help somebody else heal when you put your story out there, or you say things how they're supposed to be said. But when you don't, and you sugarcoat stuff and all that, and then say you just say forget it, and you still put the content out, or you say whatever it is you gotta say, whether it be Twitter or TikTok or whatever the case may be, um, it may not hit how it's supposed to, because you know what I'm saying, you were trying to soften the blows, and it just shouldn't be like that. So being the black sheep, that's another thing I've realized, that your environment have a huge effect on you, or it can have a huge effect on you when you're in a particular spot for too long. Being a black sheep, you're never treated how you're supposed to be treated. You're not treated with kindness, you're not treated with love, and you're not treated with compassion. I will say, at this particular time, me and my family relationship is getting a whole lot better. But there was a time where I was Cinderella, or is that her? The one that that being the, you know what I'm saying, that with the two crazy sisters. That might be her. I might be talking about the wrong person, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The one that had the two sisters that didn't like her, and come to find out she was the princess, whatever the case may be. Yeah, my life was like that. Like, you know what I'm saying. I was treated as such. Um, And like I said, now my life now, like I said, my relationship with my family has gotten a lot better. But there was a point in time where, that black sheep label, that was truly me. I just didn't know. I didn't never hear the term at that point, and I didn't know what was happening in my life for real. On this journey, you are truly, truly going to be one of the most hated. Ain't no way around that. You have to accept it, learn to be around the people that is deserving of your energy. Um, give advice to the people that is going to listen. Don't waste your time. A lot of people just want you around, um, because you're like a good luck charm. You just being around you make their day, and it brings blessings into their life, whether they know it or not, or whether you know it or not. But it takes away from you. Like, and a lot of them people, you probably 9 times out of 10, you don't even want to be around. So accept the label of being most hated. It's okay. Like you'll be perfectly fine. I promise. I've embraced it. Like, and as time go on, the Most High put the right people in place that is strangers, but man, you couldn't tell we wasn't family. Like, um, but I want to get into a couple positive things before I, you know, end this video, because being a black sheep uh, isn't all bad, but once you realize, I would say this, things turn for the better when you realize what's going on. Um, there's a gentleman that worked at my job named Mr. LJ, right? And because I had to think about it, because at first I wasn't going to say his name, but Mr. LJ, and he checks on me like when he gets checked, because he a busy man himself, but he checks on me when he get a chance. We're running to each other, and he like literally, because at first when we used to talk, um, you know how you run into somebody, oh yeah, I'm doing good, sir. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Bip bip bip, and y'all move on about your business. No, he literally checks on me and see where I'm at mentally. Uh, and once I realized that's what he was doing, I started literally telling him, you know, things that I was going through and stuff like that. And he was, man, he has been a big help. And told me, man, you the chosen one, man. Like you are the guy for the job. Um, you've been picked for a reason. You know, it's gonna be hard. Nobody said it was gonna be easy, but you can handle it. You're gonna be perfectly fine. And I just, man, I appreciate everything he has done up until this point. My mom dudes dropped me off like a week or so ago, and he had me cracking up because I was pulling into the parking lot, and he was getting out his car. So, you know, they introduced themselves or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, I stay on this guy as much as I can, um, you know, but he a good brother, you know, this, that, and the third." And you know, I just told him I appreciate him. We laughed a little bit, but it was true. You know, he stayed on me, because there's stuff at the job that be going on too. You know, people just hating and all that good stuff. So he let me know, like, man, that's just, you gotta keep pushing. You can't worry about that neither. So, yeah, man, he definitely he does he's been a big help, you know, on my spiritual journey. I just feel like the Most High sent him at the perfect time. A couple more things about being a black sheep of the family: you are highly intelligent. You don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Um, that's how you're able to see things in a different light. That's how you can look from a different angle, you know, and give different perspective. Um, People that are not, they wouldn't be able to do so. As time went on, and I realized that, you know, I'm how different I am. I think over time that's what allowed me to, um, depending on the conversation, if I need to scale something back, you know, don't be so spiritual with the person, or I can just pretty much like meet people on their level as far as the conversation. That's one talent that I started to embrace. I started to realize, like, dang, I can, you know what I'm saying? I meet people, I can, you know, dial it back when I have to, and I don't have to, you know, be all, uh, the black sheep is super creative. And that kind of ties back into isolation. And that's why it's kind of important for you to have your own space and not have to deal with so many people throughout your day, because your creativity will be affected tremendously, whether you wanted to or not. And again, that's something that I continue to experience. Being trying to, you know, do these videos, but you know, have to come home and deal with different people and work. The black sheep is super creative, and that kind of ties back into, um, me understanding isolation now. Uh, you know, having my own space, because now after I have to do my 8 hours at work, I want to come home and I just want to relax. A lot of times I have video topics that I want to cover, but I can't do that because, you know, I've dealt with all this stuff at work. I'm able to leave that at work, but when I come home and then I got to deal with three other people, four other people, emotions and stuff like that, it just put a cap on my creativity. Um, I don't feel like talking. I don't feel like creating. I don't feel like doing anything. I just be wanting to shower again and get in the bed, like, and man, just shut down from the world. And when you find a place, because I've been there before, of peace, your creativity level is sky's the limit. I've Man, I can't tell you, and it sucks being at that place and then coming back down from it. Man, now I just want to get it back. Like, I want to get it back so bad, and I know what I have to do to get it back. And in time, I'm working towards that. But the Black Sheep is super creative. You just have to be in a place to create. Being a Black Sheep, most likely you're an empath. And this kind of ties into a lot of the other stuff that I was saying also, of dealing with, well, my last point, being creative and dealing with energies and stuff like that. Being an empath, you take on a lot of energies. Like, you just, you know what I'm saying, you feel for people. So as you, when you take on these energies, sometimes they can slow you down. Say you run into somebody that you know and they sad. Say if you had a video to do, or, well, I'm gonna just talk about myself, because there's been times when people said, and I'm like, I'm already acknowledgeable enough to know, like, the energy I take on, and that, you know what I'm saying, if it's mine or if it's not. But man, I've took on energy before that stopped me from doing whatever it is that I wanted to do. Excuse me. The Black Sheep is a natural leader. You was put here on this earth to help guide people, wake people up, pretty much. So don't ever forget, or don't ever let anybody make you feel like you have no place on this earth, because you are truly, truly valuable to this earth in this day and time. That's pretty much all I have for this video. Again, I appreciate all the support I've been getting. If you made it to the end, I definitely appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next one.